Divine Intervention, a story of unshakable faith. Guys, very good evening. I hope all of you are doing fantastic today. If not, keep watching my videos. I'm pretty sure you will get a lot of motivation and a lot of positivity. Moving on. So sometimes life throws some really unexpected challenges and our life becomes intolerable, right? The weight of pressures, the weight of meeting expectations of our own life, people around us, expectations of people become so much so that there are moments when we feel like breaking down. We feel like this is it, I don't want to continue more, right? In those moments, there are some people who actually go through those moments and still have the most amazing, unshakable faith. Yes, the story of an eternal optimist. Guys, if you remember, we covered a lot of negative aspects, and I asked you a question as to if what's the right way. Should we be over optimist or not, right? I'm going to talk about his life story today and how his over optimism has actually resulted in some really unexpected, amazing outcomes. So let me start with the first incident, which is a real true story of Gary. So he moved to another city for a job, and he wasn't able to make a lot of money. His finances was almost to zero, literally to zero, right? He was surviving on credit cards. He was borrowing money from friends. He was getting threatening calls from banks, to repay those amounts. And so much so that, he was actually surviving on bread and butter and sometimes just eating parathas or dal and rice, for lunch and dinner. So the point is, his condition was really bad. And there was one night when he really broke down, and he said, he told God that I'm done. I don't want to continue more, right? Why me? And why, so much is happening? He, of course, didn't blame God. He said, okay, if this is what you want for me, if this is the plan that you have, I accept, but I want to end my life. And he actually thought of committing suicide. I am not kidding. He actually thought that. Something unexpected happened the very same night. What happened? It was around 11 o'clock when he got an offer letter from a place where he had interviewed almost like a month ago, where there was a least expectation, and the offer letter was right there from the same city, from his hometown city, which means that his finances can get better. What is it? It's unshakable faith. There is another incident. The story doesn't end here. Again, he got involved into, basically he started lending money to his friends and to his, if you remember, I spoke about he giving money to his cousin. So all this led to, again, a financial crisis in his life. Again, same problems with, overburdened of, money and no money and all of that, right? Credit card companies chasing him, banks chasing him, friends chasing him, people chasing him, right? Give me money. And so he decided that he'll sell his house. So he put his house on sale, and it was around 6 months. He kept on trying to sell the house. So he was asking a number, let's say maybe an X amount. And guess what? People were actually coming, seeing the house, liking the house, no response. Or if people were even responding, they were offering him almost half of the price. Now, in such a situation, when you need money like desperately, how can you expect to sell your house in half of the price, right? What happened? A broker called him when he had lost totally lost hope. When he was like, okay, maybe I'll sell it maybe for 80% of the price. But his belief was not shaken, right? He was like, okay, whatever God wants me to do, I'll follow that. What happened? A broker called him. They said there is a family who is actually based out of India, and they saw the house. They didn't even come to visit the apartment. Believe me. I mean, this is actually unbelievable for me as well, but this is a real life story. They didn't even see the house. They just saw it virtually, and they made the deal. They sent in the token money. So guys, the point is, there are people in the world who have this unshakable faith. They believe in what they want to do. Yes, God tests these people, and sometimes the test is more than we expect. But in the end, if you have that unshakable belief in yourself, in the supreme power, and in your life, I'm sure, I can see that it works. It really works. So stay tuned, stay where you are, stay powerful, stay positive, and believe that good will happen to you. Just take care of yourself.